I laughed. I mean, I gotta admit, I laughed. I mean, my attitude was obviously we struck a real raw nerve with this guy.
Tax attorney George Colesis had to chuckle when he first read the court motion filed by the DA for Lincoln County. It is the legal equivalent of an obscene gesture, Lincoln County telling state tax officials to butt out. It mirrors what the Nevada Tax Commission heard during a special meeting in mid-July, where DA Dan Hoagie and County Commissioner Ed Higbee were grilled about a deal that had been cut with the Air Force regarding tax payments from the top-secret Area 51 military base. The two witnesses repeatedly said they could not answer questions about the deal because they had signed non-disclosure agreements with the Pentagon, supposedly because everything at Area 51 is classified. Commissioners suspected the secrecy had more to do with the county's own behavior rather than national security.
The people that were there were very offended, and the clear attitude was, how dare you ask us a question?
Here's the issue in a nutshell. Lincoln County is hurting, almost broke. The largest employer in the county is Area 51. The county cannot tax a military base, but it can tax the private contractors who work out there. For years, the county received a pittance from the Air Force, but since the assessor was not cleared to set foot on the base, had to rely on satellite photos to guesstimate the taxes owed. Enter Ashley Hall, a politically connected consultant and former Air Force officer who pitched the county with an idea. He would get more tax money out of Area 51, but wanted to keep 25% of anything he collected. The county agreed, even though one of Hall's key employees in the deal is the first cousin of Commission Chairman Ed Higbee. Hall got the Air Force to agree to pay an extra $1.8 million. 4 days later, Hall and Higbee signed a separate agreement about how Hall would be paid and for how long. Lincoln County, nearly broke, agreed to fork over close to $500,000 to Hall. DA Hoagie advised the county that the money was a settlement, not tax revenue, which meant it didn't have to be allocated like other tax revenue, with portions going to the county's ailing school, fire, and hospital budgets. Tax commissioners found out about the deal and thought the whole thing smelled fishy.
The question was, what efforts and what steps did Lincoln County take to collect this tax prior to retaining a consultant? And it was clear none were taken. And that is distressing. That instead of, they didn't call the tax division. They didn't call the governor's office for help. They didn't call anybody. They just simply went and made this agreement and then went forward. Why can't you talk to us and what is it you say?
During the July meeting, Colesis grilled county officials about the deal. Fellow Commissioner Tom Sheets did likewise.
You're the chairman of the commission. Certainly you've seen this contract, haven't you?
But when county officials either couldn't or wouldn't answer, the commission voted to issue subpoenas for records and witnesses. 9 days later, Lincoln County filed for an injunction to stop the state probe. The motion said Commissioner Sheets had intimidated and threatened county officials, that Colesis had lied and attacked their character. The Lincoln County newspaper defended the deal, saying everything had been open and above board.
I was astounded when we were simply in the process of trying to determine or find out what was happening and how it happened.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
4 days after Lincoln County went to court to stop the state investigation, it reversed itself, deciding to drop the lawsuit and ask the state if the two sides could work something out instead. Commissioner Colesis thinks that someone must have realized that a court battle would shine even more light on the Area 51 deal. The whole dispute could come to a head Monday, when the Tax Commission will hold its next meeting.